So I've just drove into Roda Golf and Beach Resort, and as you come in through the security gate, if you go to the left, you'll see a signpost that says to the golf restaurant, clubhouse and pro shop. So that's where I parked up. You've got some shade here as well. So here's the golf course itself. I can see, looking at the number there, that's number 10. It's an 18-hole golf course. Just having a drive around. They've got a lot of properties there. I couldn't see no sort of supermarket, anything like that. So what I will be doing is walking around, having a look. But I saw a lot of new build. And I can see a lake there. So anyway, we're going to have a bit of a walk and see what we can see. So anyway, as you can see there, guys, I can't walk around the golf course. Big sign, don't want to break any rules. So we're on number 10 at the moment, 5 par, whatever that means. It's going to be 24 today, they say, on the 3rd of April. So we've got the lake. So I can see just coming up to my, well, in front of me really, is like a gymnasium as well. So there's a couple ducks out there. I will walk around some of it. But, well, what a day. What a lovely day it is. Anyway, I can safely say it's nicely laid out. A lot of the places are nice and tidy. So it looks like we've got a bit of a walk down to the, I think it said it was a clubhouse. So there it is, Generation Fitness. I can see somebody, I'm not going to go in there, but I can see somebody in there already. Got a nice view looking out over the course, I must say. Nice tidy looking building. So I would imagine, because as you probably know by watching my golf videos, I ain't got a clue what golf's about, but I would imagine, looking at this guy here, it's like can I say the putting? So you golfers out there, have I got that right? It's the putting pitch. So it's just obviously testing out before you go out onto the main green. I was correct, it's the putting green, but also no chipping. Guy cut. It looks artificial, but I can safely say it's not, because you got a lawnmower bloke over there. I do love these trees. Anyway, another sign there, private property, no trespassing. So I'm keeping off that. So we got hole 1, which is just down here then. And this is hole 1 maybe. Oh no, sorry, this is the chip-in green. The chip-in green with a bunker. Obviously probably one of the things that you don't want to end up in, isn't it? This is a nice bench to look out over that lake over there. It's got a bit of a fountain there. A lot of people out on the golf course, I must say, but like I said, I can't go on the course itself. But anyway, there's a map here, so hopefully that'll give you some idea. Right, so I'm right and think I'll park my car down here anyway, and this is you've got the clubhouse, those sort of things. Am I right in thinking that? You've got a driving range in the middle, you've got toilets there. Okay, I said Jack Nicholls, didn't I? Got that wrong, didn't I? It's Dave Thomas. on here. So here it is, 2006, 18 holes, 72 par. It's got 3 legs, 62 bunkers. Well, that saved me a lot of information. So it wasn't Jack Nicholls. I got that totally wrong. Even though that's where I got the information from. Anyway, Dave Thomas. So now I know what that is. That's the putting green, chipping green over there. So we're going to go down to the clubhouse and see what that's like, because it's gone midday now. What's good about it, it's got a lot of signage here, so you're not going to get lost, guys. So this bit I do know. This is the driving range, and you can see out there you've got your targets. Got a nice undercover there. Obviously, because golfing's all weather, isn't it? It's not just about being in the sun, but it's yeah. So this is where the clubhouse is. You've got restaurants. You've got driving range, golf academy. That's where I know on most of these golf resorts you've always got somebody there, an instructor. Especially if you come over on a golfing holiday, and the pro shop. And I believe here is your parking area for your buggy drop-off point and your bags. So I presume that's for people that are on golfing holidays. You see what I mean? There's a lot of people here, isn't there? I know it's the 3rd of April, but I'm amazed. Well, it's a lovely day, isn't it? I suppose you would be out there. So I've just come into this little bit of a complex here, you know, with restaurants and golf club places, and there's a place at the rodagolfcourse.com. I'm not going to spend too much time, but you've got the prices up there, and you've got some more properties overlooking the course. And you got some new builds, but we'll talk about that later in the video. And just over here we got the golf shop, or the golf pro shop, would you say? And you got a bit of information here about where you start off from. So there it is. There's the shop. Discount there, I can see 40% off, guys, if you're coming over now. Get in there quick. Obviously, information, tournaments, the 6th edition National 2024. Obviously, a very popular place, I must say. And it's already tidy. We've got toilets tucked away in there as well. Members only. Visitors, so don't worry too much about that. Look at that, eh? I'll just come back in a minute. So the restaurant is just up there, I believe, which we'll be going upstairs now. We'll look in a moment. So they've got separate toilets for visitors and for members, which is interesting. Okay, I'll remember that later on. So this is where the restaurant is, where we're going upstairs at the moment. You've got a menu here as well, but it's got 2023 on it, but I would have thought that didn't change much. But I'm not going to show you all what's on this. They've got a wide range of food. But anyway, let's go on up. Notice they got a lift. But anyway, I walked up the stairs. So this is the entrance to Roda. I'm not going to go in there, guys, because I'm not peckish yet. So I imagine that's the restaurant. And we got another restricted area only. So I can't even go up there. So looking back down on the course. So I've covered this area now really. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go on down to have a look around the complex itself now. Like I said, there's some new builds going on as well. So what I will say, guys, if you wait to the end of the video, I'll do like a summary, and on the summary I'll tell you about the community fees, the IBI tax or the council tax, also the price of properties for under 100,000. Now this place could be a bit of a surprise, but I'll let you watch the video first, and then when near the end of the video I'll tell you more about the price of property. So just in case you want to know, the restaurants are open from Monday to Sunday, so 7 days a week. So some more signs. One's about you can't go around the complex in your buggy, like I have seen in some places, and also over there, no dogs allowed. So I'm not too sure about if you own your dog in one of the properties. They're probably on about it, don't let your dog off, especially on the golf course. But something else, guys, you would have to check with the agent more about that sort of information. I'm just pointing out the sign. So just in case you want to know, now these waste bins, these are for kitchen waste. It's interesting. And that's, yeah, all kitchen waste bins. This is the area where all your mail goes. It's got a camera up there. It's just right next to the security entrance anyway. So this is where your mail comes to. So as you drive in there, where these cars are just coming in, to the left of me is the main office for the complex. I can see a cash machine there. Where that car's going now is the perimeter road, but if you come around here, as you can see, you've got the golf resort. That also takes you to where you play the golf, and you can see the parking down there. But anyway, we're going to go into one of the sort of annexes and see what's on offer. Just walking in, another thing, no electric scooters. Don't get run over. Now I presume nearly all these properties probably have security. So I've just gone into one of the sort of, I don't know what you call it really, cul-de-sacs. Anyway, you've got the properties all looking around the community pool. Looks nice and clean. You've got your sign over there. Just over there is the main entrance. Now I did see, as I was driving around, there was people in the pool. I've noticed once I'm walking around these apartment blocks, is you've got places to put your bicycles. Because I know all that's, they've got chains on them, just in case somebody's going to ask about that. Because I always know these sort of places, it's not easy taking your bike up to your apartment. So there's another area, you've got a pool area, and then looks like over there you've got maybe it's some sort of water feature. I can see some water coming off it at the moment. That maybe tops this, I don't know. But nice garden. One of the things what I've noticed is that the gardens are well kept, and if you notice they've got bins about as well, which is also another important thing. And I will show you this down here for you garden people, roses. You've got a red rose there, got some more roses here, which is nice to see. Looks like they've been well looked after. So I come into another little area. You've got a couple of people there sunbathing, a couple of people sat on the side there. You've got some sort of water feature just here. So it looks like every sort of complex You've got these pools and features, and it's it's real grass. It's none of that fake stuff. Driven down one of these cul-de-sacs, really. It's like a one-way system, and I noticed these properties there looking over the golf course, and I would say, looking at these are actual villas, not apartments. And I did notice this gap. You've got a garage here, so that's interesting. I don't know if that's for the golf people, or maybe you rent that out. I don't know. Something else you're going to have to ask. So we're looking back onto the golf course. So you've got a lot of properties that do look over the golf course. And I suppose this is all to do with what the price of properties will be. The other good thing, you can't walk onto the golf course. But anyway, there it is. Right, so you remember when I was talking about no dogs? Well, obviously you can have dogs there, but what it's virtually saying is if you don't pick up the dog poo, there's a €300 fine, and dogs must be kept on the lead all the time. So these green bins are for the dog poo, and what you can see over there, that's outside the complex. This is the boundary fence, and I'll just take you up this way, and just across here, these are the apartments that I've shown you previously that had the pools in the middle there. So I've noticed as you're going around, there's quite a few of these little kiddies parks, some for really small children, some for a little bit bigger. We've still got the sign there. Now this one's saying 750. I think what that's on about is, not allowed in children's areas. So if you've got a doggy in the children's area, you could get a fine of €750. So you're warned. So, I was talking about the new builds. Well, you can see them over there, and there's obviously a lot of land that they can still build on. I don't think these properties are overlooking, but I would imagine from the top there you could probably look over the golf course. And I've just noticed just across the road there you've got another play area with some benches. There's a couple of properties there. You can just see how they do it. They put in like a framework first, and then they build, the rooms and whatever. And looking at it, I think it looks like two different apartments. I might be completely wrong. We'll go around that road in a minute. So they're the completed ones, and this one obviously still completing it. So there's the sales office over there. I hate to think what these must cost, but you got one here, obviously a lovely little villa. It's got marble on the front casing there, and you can see that these are overlooking the golf course. Even these properties here that have been obviously finished. So obviously they're still carrying on along this part. Just giving you another look there. So that's the name of that agent, I presume, or the builder maybe. So that property I was on about with the marble frontage, it's got its own parking underneath. So we're probably talking 3 stories there. Very nice. Now this is another part of it, another sort of complex, Tyndall Homes Golf. There's a show house there. I ain't got keys for that, guys, but You can see it's still ongoing. There's the golf course just down the bottom there. So you can see in the distance there, these are all sort of new builds. They're obviously been finished now, and you've got this bit of wasteland, so no doubt they're going to be building on that. And then you've got this other complex, which I just showed you a moment ago. I thought I could get in there, but the builders are there. I don't want to know. And it looks like it's all boxed in anyway, but these are not finished totally yet. Check it out. We've got a show house. Coming into a different part now. You can notice they got these little lights. You've got like a little seating area there. So obviously at night time this would be all lit up, which is handy really when you think about it. I see street lights just down the street there. I think I'm right in thinking that there's a pool there. Yeah, there it is. Look at that, eh? Nice and still. I've just come across another communal pool. All very clean. And I've just noticed over there, you've got your shower. Good thing to see. Just come into another complex. Slightly different layout. It's got another communal pool. These are all obviously apartments. It's got underground parking. So you've got coming off the road there. Big, some of these are big blocks, aren't they? Got nice, nice view there. So this is the summary. I've been here 2 hours now. Now, like I said at the beginning, I've never been to this golf course before, so it was a bit of driving around first, trying to find out where's the main central point. Obviously they haven't got a supermarket here. If they have, I couldn't find it. But it did have a big golf house, club or whatever they call it. It's got a restaurant there. There was a pro shop there. It looked loads of people here. And another thing that did surprise me while I was walking around, there seemed to be a lot of Spanish people here, which, you know, did surprise me. So anyway, let's go through it. So the Roda Golf was opened in 2001. It's an 18-hole PGA accredited golf course designed by Dave Thomas. The resort is only 2 kilometers away from the beach at Los Cafres and Marminor. So you ain't got very far to go to the beach. And I would imagine also you ain't got very far, and you could probably walk it to the shops, and no doubt there's supermarkets there. I'm not going to drive around Alcatraz for you. That's for you lot to sort out. But it just gives you an idea. Apparently there is a shuttle bus service that goes around the resort that takes you out to other places, so that's interesting. Now don't forget, I've got all this information off the internet. So it could be old or it could be new. That's the only problem with the internet when you're trying to gain information. And I don't know anybody that actually lives there. So guys, anybody that lives there, please put stuff below the video. It helps out so many other people. There's quite a few people that have asked me to come to Roda. And yeah, it's a lovely place. From what I could see, I'm sat in one of the gardens there. I don't know if you can see it. There's another kiddies area over there. Now just over there, I can still see the golf course. Like I said, a lot of new builds going on. It was good to see. And the apartments and villas are good size. Very tidy, I must say. They said the clubhouse opened in 2008. They say it's one of the largest clubhouses in Spain. I don't know, I think I've seen bigger. What else we got? I mean, it goes on about how many villas and apartments. Well, there's no point me saying that, because obviously they're doing a lot of new builds going on at the moment, so that's going to mark it up anyway. It does says it's got 24-hour video surveillance. Now I did notice just over there also there is another gate, so there's 2 entrances into this complex as well, both manned by security. Right, let's get on with the community charge. Community charge IBA tax. Now this is going back to 2018, so obviously prices have probably changed slightly, and they're going on about apartments and townhouses have community fees ranging from, it says 1,000, I think on about, it's got 1,100 or 1,500 per year, plus entity, I'll put that up there because I don't know what that means, fees of around 400 per year. For those only pay entity fee. I never heard what that's all about. So guys, please help me out on this about the community charge. 1,100, and I think they pay it, some pay it in quarters, some pay it monthly. Something else you would have help me out on. Well, the IBI tax, or the council tax in this region, is €4 to 500 per annum, depending on the valuation. Well, I can't imagine it being €4. And it says also you will also have to pay a non-resident tax. So that's the people that's got holiday homes there, of 350. Now I think that's probably changed now, if rented. Yeah. So price of property. Now all the resorts I've done so far around the Murcia region, I've always managed to get 3 or 4. Well, there's quite a few under the 100,000, and I'm talking about apartments. Well, here I couldn't find any. There was none under 100,000. The only one I could find nearest to it was 115,000, and that was a mid-floor apartment. Now I can only imagine what the reason why these properties are a lot more expensive is because we're so close to the sea. And this is another thing about when you're buying property, guys. The more you are, you know, on the sea, the price of property is going to be a lot more expensive. Especially as you move inland, it gets cheaper. But when it's near the sea, yeah. So I couldn't find nothing. Now, if anybody out there, especially estate agents, because I know you lot watch me, if you got property under 100,000, guys, add it below, because I just looked on, I couldn't see nothing. Like I said, the only one I could see the cheapest was 115,000 euros. And that was a mid-floor apartment. But I must say, I'm pretty, I really enjoy going around here. Nice, it is a nice golf course. Okay, so the green's a little bit, it's not as green as it would normally be, but then we've been for a really dry winter this time, and a lot of places have been crying out for water. But it is still lots of people out there, so obviously it must be a good golf course. Let me know if it is. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'll be out on another golf resort very soon. The weather's got a lot better here now. Today it's the 3rd of April. I think I mentioned it before, 24 in the shade. That can't be bad. Adios.